Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. I don't know that I've done a reading for you before, so I just like to give a little spiel. I see, hear, feel, sense, know. They talk to me, but they also show me pictures, and I call it spiritual charades, where I try to describe the picture the best I can to get a they never waste a message. There's always a reason for whatever they show or say. So if you don't understand it now, you'll either remember it later, see it later, or somebody else will validate it for you later and go, oh, I know what she's talking about. This is not an exact science. We communicate the best way we can. So sometimes you got to think outside the box a little bit. They will not give me all the details because the details are none of my business. So they give me usually just enough so you kind of understand what they're talking about. It's their ball game. I let them run the show. So Aunt Heather's immediately talking about sugar cookies. Sugar cookies. So I don't know if that's something she just liked to eat. Maybe you just ate some. She liked to cook them. So know that you'll get the smell of sugar cookies. You can be in the store, you can be in your car, you can be outside, you can be in your house. Doesn't matter where you're at. You get that little whiff of sugar cookies, fresh baked, like coming right out of the oven, sugar cookies. Know that that's her stopping in to say, hi, I love you. Make sure you validate her, acknowledge her, tell her you love her, ask her to bring you more if you want more signs. Invite her in if you want her to come in and give you signs. First she said, I'm okay, I'm okay. Now she's showing herself pushing a stroller with a fairly young child in it. She's pushing a stroller. They don't always explain everything. Now, she's not explaining the stroller doesn't, I don't know, it could be a modern stroller, but it looks more like something a little older. So I don't know if she's showing herself pushing you in a stroller down the sidewalk, or if you were just pushing somebody down a small one down a sidewalk in a stroller. She's not explaining it, so hopefully you know what she's talking about. She's going up to a house. There's some concrete steps out front, little. Well, it feels like a bigger porch, but it feels like maybe just the steps are concrete. She's going up to the door with this stroller, and she's knocking on the door. I feel like she's knocking on your door. So on your front door, you're either going to hear tap, tap, tap. You might even hear a doorknob turn. Usually when it's one of your loved ones, they don't want to scare the hell out of you. So they usually don't do the spooky stuff. You know, a lot of people, when I go to cleanse somebody's house or something, they go, my house is haunted. And I go, nah, it's just Grandma. Grandma's hanging around, banging the pots and pans, letting you know that she's there. That's a lot of it. So anyway, make sure you validate her if you want those signs. So she's knocking on the front door. Give her permission to come in if you want her there. It's totally up to you. Give her permission to come on in. There's a lot of times I've seen them standing off in a corner when I do a reading, and it's like, okay, they're popping in to check on you, but they feel like, do I step forward? Do I not? Am I going to scare them? Am I not? Should I just pop in and keep an eye on them, or stay in my, stay in my corner and just pop in and out, or actually make my presence known. See, it's totally up to you. They're not allowed in my house, and only a couple of them that can be here anytime, unless they make their presence known. Who is it, and why are you here? If you pop in my house, especially when I'm in the bathtub, it's like, hey, seriously, why are you popping in now? Why are you here? But I have to give them permission. Why do you doubt yourself? Why do you doubt yourself? You are stronger than you give yourself credit for. And yet you doubt yourself. She just reached down. She said, grab your balls. Grab your balls. It's okay to do that. She's laughing hysterically. She says, not in the fun way. I had to go there. She said it. Now she's got a bowl of popcorn and she's throwing it up in the air and catching it in her mouth. And she makes me feel like maybe the two of you did that together, or you just did this. I hate to sound wishy-washy, but if they don't explain, I have to kind of give you the other scenarios that it could be. She's mentioning Charlie Daniels. Now, he just recently passed like a week or so ago. Don't know if maybe he was her favorite artist. He is totally my favorite artist. Not sure why she's mentioning him, or if maybe you like him. Excuse me. And she's drawing my eyes over here. I got some money sitting here. She says, you're terribly worried about money. Terribly worried about money. Paying it out, none coming in. Not like it needs to be. She says, it's going to be okay. It's going to be good. She showed me like a big chunk of gold. Like, it's going to be really, really good. There's going to be plenty. Don't sweat the small stuff. I don't know. Right now it's pretty big stuff. You don't have enough money and not enough coming in. There will be better times as soon as this is over. I think she's talking about all the virus stuff. Be careful. Now she's quoting Forrest Gump. Life is just a box of chocolates, she said, but be careful. Sometimes you pick that one out of the box and it's yucky and bitter and you spit it out because you picked the wrong one. She says, but you spit it out, you throw it away, and you go back and you get another one because there's going to be a really good one in there. Surprise! Don't let that one bitter one. Say it again. Don't let that one bitter one fuck you up. I got a feeling there's a whole big meaning in that she's saying right there. Again, she says, chew it up, spit it out, Go in there and grab you another one. There's a much better one in that box. Now she's showing herself. She's got she's got happy feet. I don't even hear any music. She kind of looks like she's dancing, yet I don't think she is. She's just kind of kicking around, waving her arms. She says, "Look what I can do. Look what I can do. I am okay." She's holding cotton candy. She's eating cotton candy. See, she's not telling me if this is a memory. You guys had cotton candy, maybe you went to a carnival or something, or if you just recently had cotton candy, or you were wanting cotton candy. She says cotton candy machine. Do you have a cotton candy machine? She says you need to find what makes your soul happy. Not the superficial stuff. What truly makes your gut sing. Usually they say makes your heart sing. She's saying what makes your gut sing. What's really going to make you happy on a deep, deep soul level. She says you got to dig for it. Dig deep. It's not about the everyday life. Dig deep. Find it. It's within you. And now she's repeating something I've heard from the very beginning as soon as I started doing this work. Everything you need is already inside of you. Everything you need is already inside of you. It is. You just got to find it. And she's learned that. She said it's not who will make you happy. They can't do it. It's what will make you happy inside of you. Find it. Dig. Do some soul searching. And then she's showing, once you do that, it's like a light bulb goes off. It's like everything, boom, everything's bright, everything's beautiful. The light turns on in you. She says something about a chariot. Have no clue. Ask him about Fruit Loops. And she's laughing. Ask him about Fruit Loops. You are a beautiful person. Don't go down the wrong path. Stay away from those people. Think about it. She's talking about you guys having secrets. But I feel like it was like when you were younger, maybe not serious secrets. Could be. You guys did like the pinky swear type of secret. Pinky swear, I promise I'll never tell. And she says, I never did. And I still got it. And it's our secret. And I took it with me. Like I said, I feel more like it's when you were younger and when, little kids do the pinky swear thing. She's talking about an aunt. I think she's talking about her aunt, which would be a great aunt to you. She said she's there with her. A very fun-loving, robust lady, not a small lady. Um, like to cook, like to eat. It's like they're kicked back in lawn chairs, and I don't know where they're at. They're outside somewhere, but they're laughing hysterically, having a blast. Um, the name Pat comes across, but I really stink at names, so it could be just a female with a PA name, Pat, Patricia, whatever. They're eating something. Sunflower seeds, and spitting holes on the ground, and laughing hysterically. So, watch for sunflower seeds. They're both eating them, and they're making a game of it. There's something hysterically funny about spitting these sunflower seeds. Oh, they're spitting them to see who can spit the furthest. Watch for sunflower seeds. You could, like one time I walked through my dining room like 10 times, and the next time I walked through there and there was a wrapper on the floor, and I thought, the hell did that come from? There's nobody else here. And I turned it over and it said, I love you. It was an empty Valentine candy wrapper. So that was a message from somebody. So look for sunflower seed. You could be walking down the sidewalk, you could be walking through the store and see one on the floor. You see it in a movie, see it on Facebook. Doesn't matter where it's at. Make sure you validate her, acknowledge her, tell her you love her, and ask her to bring you more signs if you want them. Did you guys play games with sunflower seeds? They're having a damn good time. And she says you should too. Why aren't you? Don't be so serious. Don't take life so serious. It's all about the ride. It's all about how you ride the ride. She's talking about life. It's all about how you ride the ride. You can ride the kiddie ride. You can ride the big roller coaster. It's all about how you hang on and ride the ride. Never heard that one before. Life is a miracle, treat it that way. My head starts hurting. I woke up with a headache, but it started hurting right now. So I don't know if you recently had a headache, or maybe she was having headache problems before she passed. She said something about, did you see the way that moron was driving? I don't know if you recently saw a wreck, or saw somebody almost wreck, or saw somebody driving like an idiot through traffic, or she's trying to validate that she was with you at a certain time, that something happened. She's showing me somebody like in front of you and they're driving like really, really erratic, or darting in and out, or driving at a high speed. I'm not sure. Somebody has a piece of jewelry of hers. I don't know if and she's messing with the necklace. She's kind of going like this with the necklace. So I don't know if you would have a necklace of hers, but something about jewelry of hers. It's a keepsake. Or she could be acknowledging a necklace that you might have given her at some point. Then she's showing me, so I haven't seen anybody do this in a long time, but going out and picking the little clover, the little white clover flowers, and you tie them together and you make like a bracelet or a chain of them. I used to do that when I was a kid, but I don't see anybody do that anymore. I don't know how old you are though. I don't creep anybody's Facebook page ahead because it messes up my head. So that could be the jewelry she's talking about. Did you guys sit down and tie clover flower little, I don't even know what you call them. They're not really flowers. Tie those things together when you were little? She's back at the front door with the stroller knocking on it, wanting to come in. Give her permission if that's what you want. Give her permission. Her job will be to bring you peace, to bring you love, and to bring you happiness. That's what I call my joy guide. That's their job. So when you need those feelings, when you need that energy brought to you, call on her. But she cannot override your free will choice. So you have to ask. Nope, yep. I'm muttering again this morning. Excuse me. You have to ask and then you have to allow it. So there's more than one part to this. Because you can ask and ask and ask, but you can also block it. I love you, my little munchkin. You always brought a sparkle to my eye. You are ornery. Sometimes too quiet, and I would sit there and look at you and go, wonder what's going on inside your head. And I think she's talking about when you were of course, I don't know how old you are now, but when you were younger. You were kind of a mystery. You intrigued me. But you were so much fun to be around. Lovable. Why do you not think you're lovable? Because I thought you were lovable. So what is your goal in life? What do you really, really, really want to do? Take baby steps towards that. Then ask the universe to step forward and bring you the things that you need to keep going towards that. Ask, let it go, sit back and watch it, and it'll come. I noticed in a lot of my readings lately, they've been stressing that, asking and allowing, being patient. It's called divine timing, and I hate that word because it means be patient. It'll get here when it's supposed to. I'm not patient. Sometimes you're going to feel somebody tickling you, and boy, I do not know how other people are going to receive the energy. Do not know exactly how you're going to feel it. She's showing the bottom of your foot and your side, but more, not really your armpit, but more down in here. Can't see through this shirt. My granddaughter just bought me this shirt. So it could just feel like a bug crawling, or you might have an itch there. It could feel hot on the bottom of your foot, same thing. Or sometimes when they're really trying to get my attention, it feels like they're sticking pins in me. Like one time they're sticking pins. I said, man, that hurts, guys. Who is doing that? Well, I have somebody's name tattooed on my ankle. And the next stick I felt was right in the middle of that tattoo. And I go, okay, well, I know who that is. Stop it, it hurts. And you can always tell them it hurts if they do it too strong. But if they're doing it strong, they're seriously trying to get your attention, let you know they're there. She says, I love you too. Now let's get this party started. She says, it's time. It's time to get it started. Think about it. She says, start thinking about it. Start thinking about it. What is out there that you really want? How do you need to get this moving? How? Start thinking about it. And what they bring you will not usually come exactly the way that you think it should. It'll be different, but it'll be better. They have brought me some stuff in the last few years, and I'm going, I never would have thought of that, but it led me to exactly where I needed to go. They make my head itch. Okay, so she's leaving. She's throwing like flower petals. Like it's like she's a flower girl at a wedding. She's got a basket and she's just handfuls of flower petals, just petals. She's sprinkling out there. So it's no certain flower, so watch for flower petals. You can be walking through Walmart and there might be a flower petal sitting in the middle of the floor, or walking down the sidewalk and there might be one or two or three. I mean, if you walk by a plant that is shedding its flowers, that doesn't count, usually. So anyway, she's showing me the front door again. Give her permission to come in. Give her permission to come in. Ask her. Invite her in to help. You'd be surprised what they can do. She says, I love you. I didn't quite hear it. See, I stink at names, but nicknames fall under the same category. I love you, boogaboo, boogie, boogie, booger, boo-boo. I cannot tell what it is, but it seems like everything starts with a B. So whatever her nickname was for you, see you on the flip side. And all right, she's leaving. All right, much love to you, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. Thank you for allowing me to be her voice.